New Kid by Jerry Craft won the 2020 Newbery Award. This award is given to an author that has contributed to American literature for children. This is the first time a graphic novel received this award. Seventh grader Jordan Banks loves nothing more than drawing cartoons about his life. Instead of sending him to the art school of his dreams, his parents enroll him in a prestigious private school known for its academics, where Jordan is one of the few kids of color in his entire grade. Jordan soon finds himself torn between two worlds and not really fitting into either one. Can Jordan learn to navigate his new school culture while keeping his friends and staying true to himself? Genesis Begins Again by Alicia D. Williams is a Newbery Honor Book, winner of the Coretta Scott King Award, and a School Library Journal Best Middle Grade Book of 2019. There are 96 reasons why 13-year-old Genesis dislikes herself. She knows the exact number because she keeps a list. It's hard to find her place in a new school when she's self conscious and has a complicated family. With the help of friends, teachers, and some awesome bluesy music, Genesis discovers her voice and learns to love herself. Bloom by Kenneth Opel. The invasion begins, but not as you'd expect. It begins with rain. Rain that carries seeds. Seeds that sprout overnight, everywhere. These new plants take over crop fields, twine up houses, and burrow below streets. They bloom and release toxic pollens. They bloom and form Venus flytrap like pods that swallow animals and people. They bloom everywhere, unstoppable. Or are they? Three kids on a remote island seem immune to these toxic plants. They each have strange allergies, and yet not to these plants. What's their secret? Can they somehow be the key to beating back this invasion? They'd better figure it out fast, because it's starting to rain again. When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson. This is a true story of a Somalian refugee, Omar, who was forced to leave his home with his nonverbal little brother after their father was killed. They have no idea if their mother was alive or dead. They have no idea if they will receive the food and medical attention they need while living in the refugee camp. Omar is given the opportunity to go to school, but he's nervous to leave his brother alone all day. This is his one and only family member. I think you should read this graphic novel memoir to find out about Omar's hope, dedication, and finding family. Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga is written in verse and has been on the New York Times bestselling list. It also won a Newbery Honor Award this year. The main character, Jude, moves to the United States with her mother after her hometown in Syria becomes unsafe. Unfortunately, she has to leave behind her brother, father, and friends. Jude is trying to adjust to living in America, making new friends, finding the courage to try out for a school musical, and hoping America is a place where she can be seen for who she really is. Scary Stories for Young Foxes by Christian McKay Heidecker is a story of 7 little foxes that want to hear scary stories. Their mother is unable to tell them stories spooky enough, so they seek out an ancient fox storyteller. The storyteller warns them that what they're about to hear could scare them half to death, but they want to hear it anyway. In this book, you'll hear 8 different but interconnected stories. If you like creepy or scary stories, you'll enjoy Scary Stories for Young Foxes. Village of Scoundrels by Margie Price is based on the true story of a group of teenagers during World War II that saved thousands of lives and stood up for what was right. They were known as scoundrels because people saw them as troublemakers, even though what they were doing was really and truly saving their friends. Some people were forging documents or carrying secret messages to the resistance. There was always the fear of being caught, but this group of young people were determined to bring their friends to safety. Chirp by Kate Messner. Mia has just moved to Vermont so her family can be closer to her grandmother, who recently suffered a stroke. However, things seem to be going mysteriously wrong, and Mia's grandmother suspects that someone is trying to sabotage her cricket farm. Yes, that's right. She has a cricket farm, and she's nervous that the person sabotaging it is trying to force her to sell it. Mia will have to face a secret she's been hiding and find the courage she never knew she had. Clean Getaway by Nick Stone. How to go on an unplanned road trip with your grandma. Grab a suitcase. Packed from the big spring break trip that got canceled. Fasten your seatbelt. Gmall's never conventional, so this trip won't be either. Use the Green Book, Gmall's most treasured possession. It holds histories, memories, and most importantly, the way home. Take a road trip with Gmall and Nick as they travel through landmarks of the civil rights movement.